We are back! I love it every time he does it. Episode 21 here of the BSG podcast. And we have a special guest with us. But before we get into that, as always, this episode is brought to you by Proud. Well, brought to you by many people.
Yeah, many.
It's actually the Proud 90 ads later. So we'll jump into the 18 birdies.
18 birdies.
Do you use 18 birdies by chance?
I do not. I
No.
need to.
Oh, he's probably a rangefinder kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
do use the rangefinder a lot.
so 18 birdies. Tell them about 18 birdies.
So
though.
18 birdies. We presented exclusively by 18 birdies. Now, no more rangefinders. They're our enemy.
Yep.
But
For
now
us.
we have links, so you can follow us. You can subscribe to premium. I don't know if it's a discount or just a commission for us.
Yeah, I think if they just sign up through our link.
Yeah, but that's what we use. You can follow the course, keep track of friends, and
Which you had the premium even before we got this deal. So you're already using it.
yeah, I've been
I was using the
it.
free version. But it keeps stats. It tells you how far you are from the hole. It recommends clubs once it
Yep.
figures out your averages and
How
stuff,
the holes play in. You can look at the sky shot if you
Yep.
don't have a drone.
which we do now.
We do.
Big time. So we love 18 birdies. So check it out. You can use the links in the description and get signed up. Get you a premium account. It'll help us out tremendously.
Big time, yeah.
Premium. This says Brady begin the show, but as you can see, Brady's not here. He's helping his grandfather move. Mitchell.
Grandfather.
What a slacker.
Unverified.
What a slacker.
Unverified.
Is it,
That's just unexcusable.
That is true. Brady, he says that he's won some dirt bike tournaments, never seen evidence,
Seen trophies without names on them.
trophies. What else does he say? He said he shot in the 70s before, never witnessed it.
Never seen it.
So I don't believe half the stuff Brady says, but supposedly helping his grandfather. So, but beside me right here we have Scott Porter. I'm gonna read you a background. Let us know if it's true or not. They say it is. I'm just reading what he wrote down. So here we go. Scott's joined us on the episode. He played baseball for 16 years. Started playing golf at 19. Oh, we
That's
got to
correct.
jump into that.
How old are you now?
27.
27. Young gun.
Golly, and we'll get into this in a minute. Took only 6 months to break 90. How long did
2.5.
you just did?
Two and a half years, yeah.
To break 90, and another year to shoot an even par round. God, I don't want to read no more.
Yeah.
Turned golf pro in 2018. No professional wins, but 3 mini tour top 10s. Creator of the Club Junkies Facebook page. Noonan Country Club assistant pro and golf instructor.
And whooper of Maddox. That's what I've heard.
Is that what we heard?
Whooper of Maddox.
That is a topic on here, so we'll get into that conversation in a minute.
Coach, don't let him do this.
Dang, this is Zach's coach. You gonna let him talk about your coach like that?
Look, I can't. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Brady shoot in the 70s. I ain't seen him whoop Maddox. So
This is
Yeah, I don't know. All of that was true except for that last line. I don't know how much I've whooped up on Maddox. I've beat him a couple times.
Well, we hoping we can beat him in 2 weeks.
yeah.
I heard about that today.
Yeah, we're so I made my hit list on Instagram and we tagged you in it, and we're doing the 4-man versus. So no more scrubs. We're taking on one good person at a time, and we're starting the list with Maddox.
Yeah.
And,
Love it.
We're taking down the men's golf program one player at a time, starting with Maddox, and then
one
that fresh-
location at a time. So we'll start.
At West Point. I mean Lynette.
We'll start in Lynette, then we'll move to
Noonan. So we
Did you,
come
hear
in
about, did you hear about the freshman that shot 61 the other day?
He's on
He's
our
on the list. He
on the
messaged
list.
us.
I watched him today.
Is
He's
it-
pretty solid, man.
He kind of intimidated me a little bit because I was just chilling on my phone, and all of a sudden I get a DM, and he goes, "I'm that freshman, by the way." And I was like, "No, is that how you introduce yourself?"
He said, "I'm him."
Yeah,
Him.
he did. He's
Timothy Jones.
Because I didn't know who it was. So I just said on our hit list, it was like you, Maddox, Trevor, and I was like, and the
Freshman.
freshman that tied the course record. And all of a sudden I get a DM saying, "I'm him." And I said, "Oh no, he's about to." I don't even know
love
if
that.
Focus.
if he shoots a 61 again. I don't think we can beat that
No, we'll have to play
as a 4-man scramble
We'd have to play like yellow.
just to get
As
a
a
chance.
4-man scramble.
What do you think at your club you can shoot?
So I've been there since January, and the lowest I've shot 70.
Okay, we have a
It
chance.
is
Oh yeah.
it's a tough course, though. I mean,
What's the yardage from the tips?
right at 7.
Is that where you want to play from?
Here's the thing. It's right at 7, and I can only hit driver 5 times. That's how tight it is.
Ooh.
See, but here's also the thing is that I'm not smart. When I go to a golf course, I'm hitting driver every.
I'm going over this street.
I could hit driver more. I could probably hit driver 8 or 9
So what
times.
tee box should we play from then?
Oh, we're playing the tip. Oh, God. Here's the thing. All right, so, this is very similar to another famous podcast, what they do with PGA
Yep, that's
pros,
where we got that idea
right?
from.
And I
Yeah.
love it. But
Which he's wearing the brand right now.
there was a guy on there. They were talking about where they're going to play Max Homa from, and they were trying to decide if they're going to play him from 68 or 7,700 yards.
Oh yeah,
And
I remember that interview.
The guy was like, "You need to play him from 6,800 because he's going to shoot the same from 68 or 77."
Right.
I am not claiming I'm the Max Homa, but I'm going to shoot very
got the
close to the
stash.
same from. Appreciate that. I'm going to shoot very close to the same score from the up tees to the back tees. I'm not going to take it super deep, but I'm also not going to shoot over.
But you know, if you take us to the deep end of the pool, we're going to drown. So he's
Yeah.
taking us to the tip.
I think I have my best chance if
You do.
if I make y'all play back.
'Cause
So
I
we're
think-
definitely playing back.
We're probably averaging like 270 off the tee.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
That's
if
pretty
we're-
good, man. If
we're
y'all are
center.
averaging 270,
No,
that's,
I mean,
that's
well,
pretty
probably
good.
one out of.
one out of the four.
One of
is
a- one of a
pretty
four can
center.
hit you.
Yeah.
And if worst case scenario, nobody hits it, and here I come 220 putting it in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, Scott is on our list of our 4-man series start. We're going to start with Maddox, and then we're going to work our way up. And so it's 2 weeks after. No, is it the next week
it's
after?
The next week. Yeah.
We're coming up to noon, and
I
we're going
haven't
to
told
take.
Joni yet.
Oh no, I told my wife today. We're going to go up there at Noonan and take on the Pro versus the
Yes, sir.
4-man scramble.
So my course also is where Maddox won the Kirby.
He's a
So
champ.
Yeah, we've seen him.
He,
We've seen the
he shot
trophies.
74.68 to win that.
turned it up on day 2. Wasn't it his birthday the second round, or was it the first
the
round?
first round. Yeah, the
Because
first day.
he
was
said
his
he
birthday.
sucked on the front 9. He was like, "Do I just disqualify myself and leave and go have a good birthday, or do I turn up?" And he said he just locked in.
So he does that quite often. If y'all, I don't know about what y'all know about Maddox, but if Maddox, one thing about I love him to death, but one thing about him is, he's not scared to walk off a golf course in a tournament if
He'll just-
things
he'll
are
just
not
be done
going
with
well
it?
for
Well,
him.
he
Yeah.
did say it's been years since he's paid for it. So
Yeah, we
that's-
asked him.
That's a little different for me.
We asked him. We said, "So what course around here would you go?" What was the question? It was like,
What course would you?
"No, how much
pay
would you
for?
pay?"
Yeah.
He said, "Around here, I wouldn't pay for any." He said, "I
Yeah.
haven't paid for golf in a long time."
So I mean, that's a part of things when you're a pro. I can't tell you the last time I actually paid for a round of golf in this area.
Yeah.
Okay, in this area. Now,
When you travel.
like I went to Florida to stay with a buddy of mine. We coached a high school golf camp together down there, and he was like, "Man, going to play somewhere is gonna be tough." I was like, "What you mean? Like we're PGA, like we normally get comped or whatever."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, not in vacation places because there's so many PGA pros that will come in
That
vacation.
all wanna
If they just
see the
gave
beach."
everybody free golf, that's not a great business model."
Yeah.
And they're so busy, they're charging $200 a round during peak
Yeah.
season. So, but yeah, around here, most all the pros take care of each other. So, like, I'm not going to charge Maddox to go play
Right.
Noonan. He's not going to charge me to come play Point or at Highland. Where
Two
he
highly
was.
different courses.
Yeah.
But it's the same type thing. We take care of each other.
Have you played point?
I have, yeah.
We can take care. We can cover a point. for
I
you.
haven't played Point since I worked at Callaway though. So
Oh, so it's been a
that's
long-
been like 4.5, 5 years ago.
Looks a
yeah.
lot better now than it
Yeah.
used to.
That's
I think.
green. Julie takes care of it.
Yeah, Miss
now.
Julie does a good job.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It looked pretty nice out there today.
Dang. So first thing I know is before we even jump into the interview, my man's wearing a Greg Norman jacket.
The
I
shark.
see the shark right here.
Yep,
Is
yep.
this? Are you a Live supporter?
Here's the thing.
That's
Are
how
you
Matt
next
do, we
question
need
was
to,
coming.
do we need to bleep this out? Are you allowed to say
No.
this?
Okay, so the PGA is probably not going to like my stance on this.
Okay, yeah.
I am happy that Live happened because the PGA Tour needed a change. I have friends that have been on web.com. I have friends that have gotten to the PGA Tour. And I just don't think you should be able to reach the pinnacle of your sport and lose money in a week.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
blows
absolutely.
my mind. And it affects more of like the Corn Ferry Tour than it does the PGA Tour. If you make it on tour, you're pretty much guaranteed $500,000 in sponsorships because you're on TV, because you can get the logos on your shirt. Somebody's going to sponsor you. It may be
Right.
somebody you've never heard of, but
Yeah.
somebody's going to sponsor you. Corn Ferry Tour, I think 3 of their tournaments at the end of the year are televised. The rest of them, they're on late at night on Golf Channel, and or they're not on at all.
Yeah.
So those guys, they tee it up every week, not knowing if they're going to
Grind
make
it.
money or lose $7,000
Yeah.
in a week. So they just put in that new stipend where they're going to pay them $5,000 if they
Yeah.
miss the cut for their tournament expenses. I just felt like the PGA Tour needed to come out of some of the archaic ways that they were in. It's the only professional sport besides tennis that, like I said, you can lose money playing at the top of the top of the level. So, do I like the fact that the best golf in the world is now split in 2? No.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Cam Smith now has to they at least have to worry about one of the majors trying to keep him out, even though he's got a 5-year exemption at one of the best players in the world. I don't love that. I do like the fact that it made the PGA Tour change.
What a professional answer.
Yeah, I like it.
I feel the same way though.
Yeah, I think because I've seen the interviews and you read about the KFT guys playing because they got to pay their caddy, they got to pay their expenses because you're a contractor. So if you don't make the cut, even on tour, like Bryson had an interview last year, he's like, the top 125 were golden.
Right.
It's at 126. You don't make the tour, you're losing money. It instantly becomes a thing. Can I keep playing?
Yeah.
I'm 126 in the world, but
right.
I mean,
and the other thing is one thing a lot of people don't know of, and I'm gonna leave out the name of the company, but there was one company a few years back that had like half the Korn Ferry Tour signed. Like you'd see their logo on like half of the shirts, and it basically was this deal where, from the time that player signed through the rest of his golf career, no matter what level he got to, that guy was entitled like 15% of all his winnings.
Oh, wow.
Forever.
Really?
He also required 50% payback if you don't make the cut. So, like, you're taking this money. People talk about how bad, like, Liv's blood money and stuff is, but, like, you've got people taking advantage of these rising pros. With these awful contracts, but they have to take to be able to
survive,
travel, and play. I mean, especially think about where the Korn Ferry Tour goes to. They go to Latin America for 4 to 6 weeks at a time to play 4 to 6 events down there. That's 6 weeks away from your family, living in what kind of hotels down there? Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably just as expensive, you know. And it's pretty wild to think about. But yeah, I'm glad that the PGA Tour and Korn Ferry Tour, the powers that be, are trying to actually make some changes that are going to keep these higher AMs coming to them instead of going straight to Live.
I just wish we wouldn't have lost them. Cam, I don't care. Bryson can go. P. Reed can go. I can't stand Brooks. He's a clown. Don't get me started on him. But Cam, I'm going to miss Cam.
I think it's good for competition.
I
think eventually they'll open the doors and you can play both.
The one thing I think would be really cool is if Liv actually does what they want to do and turn it into like a Formula One type league where instead of having Punch GC and Ironheads GC is like the names. Like they actually have a company name. Like imagine like Ferrari or like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or like and they're actually the ones sponsoring it. And now you're talking about now it's a legit world traveling circuit.
Right.
No one calls F1 a circus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the top of the motorsport. And they have structure and they have drivers for their teams that represent the teams. And I think it's a very interesting concept if they could get to that level.
Kind of like FIFA, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be wild. The only thing I'm curious about is if both of them are going, are they both going to survive? Like you have the MLB, the NFL. You don't really see, the XFL, the AFL surviving with the NFL?
Well, I think Liv is putting more emphasis on the non-American markets. I think all we see is all the hatred for it because we're in the American market. But I think they're trying to. They have already dedicated 3 tournaments to Australia next year that the PGA Tour doesn't go to. They were trying really hard to get Hideki. That was for the Asian market. A billionaire would have bought Hideki's team in a heartbeat.
Right.
And they would have gotten an Asian TV contract and everything else. So
and Japan's crazy about sports too. So.
Especially golf. Golf. So, I think that if Liv focuses on the other other 6 continents except for North America, I think they'll be very successful. I don't see it going away. Just if I would have read you out the 15 top players in the top 100 that have went to Liv last year at this time, you would have laughed.
Yeah.
You would have laughed if I would have told you that
Henrik
Stenson, Cameron Smith, Mark Leishman, all these guys would be playing not on the PGA Tour. You would have laughed.
It's kind of still, when you think about it, it's crazy to they're not on the tour, like the PGA Tour anymore when you see them. All right, so
we back.
Changing batteries before it just randomly dies on us. So there's your PGA Live conversation for the week.
Yeah. LIV equal BSG.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Real quick, did you know that LIV is 54 in Roman numerals, and that's why they have it?
Oh, because 54 holes. That's
it's 54 holes.
I didn't know that.
It's
I didn't know
54
that
golf is the official name, but it's Live.
I did not know that.
I was actually listening to something on the way down here, and they were like, "Yeah, it's 54 in golf," and I was like, "What?" That blew my mind because I didn't even think of that.
What a simple thought to name it, and then that's it.
Right.
That's crazy.
Also, their main hats are the same as
we
ours.
have the same company, Branded Bills. Grab you one at bestillgolf.com. There's only 15 left.
Nice.
I checked.
We've already ordered some black ones.
Yeah, they're gonna be crisp. The nice
They look
fresh
sharp,
white.
like the
pops,
logo
doesn't
popping
it?
off too. Like they look really sharp.
They launched their hat the same day we did. Live
Yeah.
Golf did. I think they were
We
listening.
use the same model.
Yeah, no, I don't know who they use, but we use Zeke over here. So getting into you real quick, I'm just gonna go through some of these questions, and you don't have to answer some, or you can. First one he has on here is, how was baseball such a big part of your life growing up?
Yeah, so I mean, baseball was just always there. I went to such a small school even before getting into the baseball talk. Because I played 6 sports in high school. I graduated with 18 people, so I went to a small private school. So like,
Where are you from? We didn't
Greenville, Georgia, just outside Lagrange.
Oh, okay.
So like 12 minutes from Lagrange.
We've been to Greenville several
So
times.
I grew up playing rec ball in Lagrange because Greenville, Meriwether County didn't have a rec program. But I went to school on the other side of Meriwether County in Woodbury. On the
Oh,
Flint
okay.
River. Yeah.
That's our spot. We go antiquing.
Yeah. And that's all that's there. Peach Farms and antique stores.
Fitzgerald.
So,
Give
yep.
us them smoothies.
So Fitzgerald used to be called Carroll Farms, and
before they sold
one of the grandkids. I played with a bunch of the grandkids' sports, and one of them was in my class. So
I only know that my wife's from Lagrange, so
Okay.
I know all about Woodbury and
Oh, yeah.
Carroll Farms, and we
So-
go there every summer.
I mean, baseball was the sport I was best at. I remember, I started throwing a ball with my dad probably 2-3 years old, and I pitched all the way through high school. Played travel ball, did all that stuff. I played with a lot of the guys that y'all know that I see are mutual followers in the account and stuff. But yeah, just kept on doing that for forever. And I was told I couldn't play golf because it would mess with my baseball swing, like everybody's told. And so I would mess around at like little Thursday night scrambles at Pebblebrook, which is a little y'all need to go play Pebblebrook, little cow pasture. But anyways, so I would mess around with golf when I was a kid, just on vacation with my dad and stuff. But I never took it seriously. Got to college, was going to walk on to West Georgia on the baseball team.
Tommy John.
Nope.
No Tommy John surgery.
No. Just more of a realization. I was a righty throwing, 85 to 87, somewhere in there, and they had lefties pumping 93. And I went to a couple workouts, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Pick up another hobby.
Yeah, so rushed fraternity, started doing all that stuff. By spring semester of my freshman year, I was missing sports so bad. I just missed the competition so bad. So I picked up golf. There was this little course outside of Carrollton. They let you play with a UWG ID for like $15. A little podunk track, but it was fun. So started doing that, and then that summer I started working at Callaway Gardens, and that's when it just kind of exploded for me. I picked up golf. One of my best friends played college golf at ABAC, and he worked with me, so we played a lot together. And when I first started, couldn't stop slicing the ball off the tee, couldn't break 100, and,
Relatable.
by the end of that summer, I shot 90, and so that's
Still-
why I was saying like
No,
six
no,
rings.
no. I was at 92
Breaking
the other
100
day.
is
Yeah,
still
so-
tough for some of us.
He's so
So
stupid.
I shot 90 on Lakeview, and I broke 90. I think the next week 89 or something like that, and like I said, it's pretty easy when you have a scratch player next to you saying, "Hey, don't hit the shot. You need to do this," kind of walking you through it. And then that whole winter, man, I just grinded, and I was skipping class to go to the golf course, skipping class to go to work. Sorry, mom and dad, if you're listening, but I was just obsessed, and I would work 20 hours a week at Callaway, practice 40, play 36 hole a day there in the summer, work in the morning and still play 36.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just golf obsessed, and so the end of the next summer, so 18 months after I started. Shot even par. Actually shot that at Orchard Hills, rest in peace, before Orchard Hills shut down.
Is that across from Troop?
No, so Orchard Hills is the one up in Noonan, right off the interstate. It was a 27-hole, like Scottish-style links.
I know what you're
My
talking about.
favorite course ever. Rest in peace. But yeah, shot even par there, yeah, I mean, just kind of stuck with it. And that winter, I was 22. So I think a year passed by. I worked at Callaway for 2.5 years. So another year passed by, and I went to my boss at the time and told him I wanted to be a golf pro. He was like, "When do you want to start?" And I thought he meant like, I might get a job at Callaway.
Yeah.
It's like one of the assistant pros or whatever. And he called me the next day and was like, "Hey, you have an interview up at White Oak and Noonan
Really?
on Thursday." And that was like end of December, early January, and the head pro at White Oak hired me on the spot. I was the only person he interviewed, and that was 2018. So
Dang, that's crazy.
So the thing that I noticed to me is when he said he was getting good was all the practice. That's something we don't do.
Yeah, we don't have
Do you think that's why you got so? Obviously, practice helps, but or do you think you were just going to be natural at it no matter what?
No. I mean, I definitely think the practice certainly helped. The thing is, I was tired of getting my butt kicked. If you want me to be honest,
Is that how you felt? Is that why you started taking lessons?
I was playing with nothing but scratch players. So I was playing with our PGA intern at Callaway. I was playing with my best friend Clay, who played college golf. I was playing against my youth pastor, Matt Hinesley. Shout out Matt. He just got a new job. He got the pastor job at First Baptist for Zebulon. But anyways, all these guys were just really good players, scratch players. And I was shooting 90, and I was tired of it. So I just let my competitiveness drive me a little bit to getting better. And I think the number one thing that I just really, really worked on was how to get the ball and play off the tee. But then once I had that down, it was more just chipping and putting, just 100 yards and in, 100 yards and in, 100 yards and in.
So people like us, that's what we need. We need to get away from the large buckets and go to the chipping green.
I mean, yeah. What I would recommend you doing if you have an hour and a half to practice, hit balls for 30 minutes, get your body loose, and then spend the next hour chipping and putting, because ultimately the only thing that matters is you can drive the ball right down the fairway 280 yards or whatever, and you can be 125 yards out, but if you can't make less than a 6 from there, that's where the scores come in. It's just it's wild once you get to a certain level, but I mean, chipping and putting is probably number one key.
Do you think playing with the scratch players opened your eyes to how well you could be or how good you could play just from –
Yeah, do you play at the level of the people you play with?
A little bit.
Because we're all garbage. We all play garbage.
I mean, I play my best golf not when I play with, guys that are shooting 90 or 100, like at the club. Like, I'll go play with the men or whatever.
So we stand a chance in the scramble.
Yeah.
Because he can be playing with us.
If I have somebody better than me, I play even better. So you do play up and down to your competition a little bit. But at the same time, it's really all I saw at first.
Yeah.
Like, I was so bad. I was, like, almost embarrassed how bad I was because of how good they were.
Yeah.
I didn't see their years of practice, like, where I was at. I just saw how good they were, and I wanted to get that good.
Yeah.
So I just put in the work, and somehow, some way, it worked out pretty quickly.
Do you think so how often do you think golfers make the same progression you did as shooting par that quick, and then – because in 18 months is wild.
I think it's pretty rare. But yet again, I think my progression over 18 months is like most people's normal 10 years.
Yeah.
Of how lucky I was to be able to do what I did and practice and play that much. Working at a place like Callaway was just awesome because Monday through Friday there was no one there. It was just a local play, and then on the weekends it got busy with out-of-town guests and whatnot. And so I had a good boss. I'd work 20-25 hours a week. I was just part-time, just a cart boy. They moved me into the pro shop my second year, but
are they hiring?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know what's going on over there at that place, but
They need to get the
I'm hiring you.
greens.
You can come working for me at Noonan.
That's what I need. I need to tell Johnny and be like, "Hey, babe, I changed my mind. I'm going pro.
Going to the golf world." So, do you think this will be a good one? So, I have this theory. Well, we've kind of talked about it, but the best at my best, I was shooting like 84, 85 at that point. So that's another course is way different. But I have this theory that's if I can get playing good, that's where I'm at, and that's kind of where I plateau at. Do you think people plateau, or do you think I could still get better?
No, everybody can always get better. I wouldn't have a job if they couldn't.
Oh, that's true.
To be fair, but like the thing is, if you don't change your mindset, you won't ever get better, right? So what I mean by that is you can always get better with just your skills and just doing the same things that you're doing now. But until you start to open up your creativity, open up like your mind to learning how to hit different shots, learning you don't always have to pull driver, learning, it's about shot tendencies. And, if I know with my 7-iron, more often than not, if I miss the ball, I'm going to miss it to the right. I can't take on a right-hand side pin with that 7-iron because now I'm going to short side myself to the right.
These are things we don't think about.
And it's good that you have the 18 birdies app because now you can start
exclusively.
Exclusively. Now you can start keeping track of that stuff. Where that it's funny because I was watching Tin Cup the other night. He's breaking all the clubs in that scene, and he goes through every single one of his misses with that club. I fan that too.
Mm-hmm.
I chunk that 3. I skip whatever it is. Every single club has a natural miss, and it's a little bit like we are. Like we have tendencies with all of our clubs, and you have to know those tendencies when you're on the golf course. You have to know that. Like I know that my driver's not going left. So we have one hole at Noonan where from the tips it's about a 400-yard par 4, but there's water all down the left side, and people are scared of it because there's out of bounds right. There's a road. So they'll hit something shorter off the tee and just play a 180 to 220-yard shot into the green. I'll just sit there and aim in the middle of the water because I know I'm not going to miss more left than that, and it's normally going to fade off of that and just cut back to the fairway.
I would love to go up there in a video series, mic him up, and just film him play 18 holes and him talk to us about what he thinks before a shot.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I love to do. That's why my favorite lesson to teach is an on-course lesson, because I can help you with your naturals or with your swing and what actually is going on with it. Yeah. But strategy and course management, that's how you really lower your score.
We don't have it.
Yeah, that's how you really lower your score.
Like hole 2 points, a short par 4, we're not thinking hybrid threw it off the tee. We're thinking, it's a chance to actually have closer to the hole and maybe hit it.
I'm trying to drive it.
So when you say short par 4, how long are you talking?
320,
310 or 320.
So tell me this. Let me just pose this question at you. How good are you at 50 yards? From 50 yards.
I'm a P-way to let it roll.
I can probably get it and then 2-putt. I'm not hitting it inside and 1-putting.
Okay. How consistent are you from 90 yards? A little bit more.
Yeah, because I can full swing. Okay. Yeah.
So you've got a 320-yard hole. You just told me you're better at 90.
So I need to hit a 200.
So you need to hit a 5-iron 200 or a 4-iron 200.
Why don't we think like
that's a driver for
to give yourself that number that you're most comfortable.
Why don't we think like that?
Oh, I know. Because the other day we were playing and I was all the way down. The day I wrote 89, I hit 89. I was 20 yards off. Right across because it's so tight.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, even Maddox said, like, when we talked to him, hole 5, it points that dog leg left. And anytime we go to, we're all driver. And Maddox, the day that me and Brady played the point guy, he said, you can tell we point just practice because the tee box was nothing but divots. He said, everybody hits irons off this tee box. And I was like, what? He said, we just hit irons and then we just cut the water. It's only like a 200-yard shot, par 5, you get there in 2, compared to trying to take on water with a driver. And
still 200 out from the corner.
We just don't think about it. Awesome. Well, we need to get some of that, some course management, so we need to be getting on too. So real quick, I'm going to read an ad for Proud 90. I'm not going to read it like Brady. Brady's got some great ad reads, but I'm just going to talk about it. As you can see, Zach's got on one. Is that from the new drop?
No, it's from about 3 weeks ago. This is before we were officially sponsored.
Oh, it's exclusive.
This is out of the Clay budget.
Oh, okay. Before they start sending the free ones.
Yeah.
So BSG boys, we love Proud 90. We got the code up here, BSG15. You can go there and get you a shirt. As you can see, they have some bold polos. That's what I like about it. Bold
and cool.
Cool. Yeah. Well, you said last time that you were.
It's an instant. So we got these thick polos at work.
The Mendo.
They're terrible. They're short.
Yeah.
They don't wear well. They bunch up. And I change after work. I'm like, why can't my work polos be made something similar at least? But I know they're buying them for the whole team, so it's got to be $7.99.
I wore my Bomb Pop shirt the other morning. I went to Jack's to get breakfast, and the lady making the biscuits, at Jack's, they make them behind that window. Mm-hmm. She came around the window. She said, if that shirt was my size, I'd give you my Jack's polo, and you could give me that one. And she said, I love that shirt. But honestly, every time I feel like I wear a Proud 90 shirt, somebody says something.
Somebody says it.
They love it. So check out Proud 90. Use promo code BSG15. Get 15% off and help the boys out. You'll only see us in Proud 90 from now on. So back to the interview with Scott. This will kind of take us into a few questions, but how do you know Maddox?
So, the very first time I ever met Maddox Point was practicing at Callaway.
Uh-huh.
So I got to know the team from just being.
You were still working
there.
at Callaway.
I was working, at Callaway. So we give them free golf carts. They do all their qualifying rounds at Callaway, whatnot, blah blah blah. But it's actually funny after I left Callaway and got the job at White Oak. Maddox is from Noonan, North Noonan. He went to Northgate. So, his dad was a member of mine. He was a member of mine. a lot of that team, a lot of the Northgate guys, and they were just so close to my age that's who I started hanging out with.
Yeah.
Was a bunch of those guys that's who I'd play golf with and stuff. So me and Maddox just kind of, we went from like saying what's up to each other at the golf course to actually becoming pretty good friends. I took him out west to go duck hunting a couple years ago.
Big duck hunter?
Yeah, I grew up duck hunting. My whole family's from Louisiana, my dad's side. So
okay.
Homo Thibodeau all the way down.
I haven't been over there.
I've never been duck hunting.
We actually duck hunt now in Missouri. We've made our way like more north throughout my life. We starting duck hunting in South Louisiana.
Are you big YouTube, Dr. Duck, and all that stuff?
No. Yeah, I kind of got out of it a couple years ago, but I'm getting back into it. Just got another yellow lab puppy that I'm training, so hopefully go a little bit this year.
You can take our retriever. We got a golden retriever.
There you go.
Take her. She's ready.
She's about 15. No, she's only 4. She looks 15.
She's only 4. She's just got gray eyes.
She looks 15.
Yeah.
So you and Maddox, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we just naturally kind of became friends through the years. We enjoyed the same stuff, and he's one of my closest friends now.
All right, so the next question, Brady, was here. We kind of talked about it. I don't remember if it's off camera or on camera, but who do you think is better, you or Maddox?
Maddox, for sure.
If y'all play 4 rounds at just a neutral course you're both familiar with,
Maddox. For sure.
You think so?
Here's the thing. All right. Maddox has been playing professional golf since he was 10. He's been playing golf since he was 3. He said it on your podcast. He said he's been playing golf since he was like 3 or 4 years old.
I didn't know the professional golf part. 10. He's been a pro.
No, not professional. Competitive.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I might have said professional, but I meant competitive. He started playing in tournaments around 10. So yeah, I mean, Maddox just has
attention to our guests.
He has so many. He has so much more like just competitive rounds under his belt and stuff like that, that he'll beat me over 4 rounds. I can beat him maybe 1 out of every 4 times we play, but he'll beat me over 4 rounds.
So he's well qualified to be a collegiate coach.
Oh, no doubt.
Do you think
he could? If there was a golf coach national championship, he'd be in the top 5. So and that's straight from D1 all the way down to NAIA.
So if he stays in the career, you think he could keep going up in schools and?
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't have tried to get his AM status back, because I honestly think that if he would have stayed a professional, he could have coached and played at
Explain
the same
that
time.
to me. He talked about that. Explain the whole.
So, calling yourself a professional is pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
You call the GSGA, you have them inactivate your handicap, and you're turning pro. Basically means you can't go play in these 4-man scrambles and stuff for a lot of cash, for a lot of money, because an amateur can only win, a professional can win as much as they want, but they can't win money against amateurs, if that makes sense.
So you can only play in select tournaments if you're turned pro.
Yeah, I mean, you can play in any pro tournaments, and amateurs can play in pro tournaments as well. They just can't win all the money. Amateurs can only win up to like $750 a year. So it's very easy to turn pro or say you're pro. I am a professional because I'm a golf professional and I teach golf for a living. That's what classifies me as a pro. And then you have your golf or your professional golfers. That's the guys that are out grinding, playing. That's the guys I played last week in that mini.
Yeah, I want to get into that.
Those guys are the ones that are actually grinding, trying to make it out on the PGA Tour. Yeah. And Maddox gave that a run for a little bit. He was down in Florida for a little while, playing some professional golf, and came back here and was a club pro for a little while. And now he's decided to go into coaching and get his AM status back and just play in these, local events, which he's doing well. I mean, he won the Kirby, came club championship twice.
What's it take to get his AM status back? Like, what is?
It used to take a lot. It used to take years.
Oh wow!
And they changed it where now, if you've made less than like $10,000 in the last like 3 years, they give it back to you pretty much from tournaments. They give it back to you pretty much instantly.
You'd think it'd be harder to get the pro status than the AM status.
No, anybody can be a pro.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've met lots of pros. Like the first PGA Players Ability Test, the PAT. That's what you have to take to start your PGA apprenticeship. First one I ever played in, I played with the Dick Sporting Goods pro from Macon. He shot like 109. 110.
No.
It was 110, 109, and he was
sorry,
pumped.
Sporting Good guy from Macon.
He was pumped that he beat his score. The target score was 77, and he was pumped that he beat it by 1. I missed that one by 1 with a bum ankle, and went like 3 to 4 weeks later to another golf course and took it again and passed by 9. I was on the last hole knowing I could make an 11.
But he was able to play in that tournament because he's working at Dick's and pro.
He's classified, yeah.
Dang,
but
this is wild.
He
But so, okay, now jumping into where you went last week, the tournament.
Yeah.
This is so that same guy, he could have played in that tournament if he wanted to, or is this a different?
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is just sign up as a professional. why he would have. I have no idea.
But it was mixed with head pros like you and the guys that are grinding. Oh.
No, I was the only club professional.
So just a bunch of grinders out there.
Yeah, it's called the Rolling Red. Shout out Rolling Red. Guys that run that tour are very nice. But Rolling Red Golf Tour, it starts in March. So it works just like kind of like the PGA Tour. It starts in Florida, works through Georgia, and then in the fall they work up into like Tennessee, North Carolina area. So they start where it's warm and then go where throughout the year. And there was just some studs, man. So I went up there. My girlfriend and I, she lived in Nashville for 3 years. So we went up there just to have a little mini vacation. And I wanted to play in the event. So she was like, yeah, go for it. And the way it works is they have a one-day shootout, which is like they treat it almost like a Monday qualifier on the PGA Tour. Put the pins in pretty easy spots or whatever, and then they have the 2-day event following. So I've played in some of the 1 days because they're a lot cheaper. They're like $350 to enter. The 2-day was like $850 to enter. And but you're playing for about $8,000 to $13,000 purse. So you're playing for some money.
What's the field size?
This one was 24. Okay. Normally anywhere from 20 to 40.
And what top 3 make payouts?
33%.
33.
Top 33%.
What's that business major? What's out of 24 people, top 33%?
That's great. Yeah,
so
top 8 in ties. I think tied 5th got paid.
Okay.
But anyways, so I get there and my girlfriend and I are just doing like the Nashville stuff on Tuesday, and I just check the board and I'm like, somebody's 8 under through 11. Okay. And so I put it away or whatever, looked back at the end of the day. Homeboy shot 61.
No.
11 under to win the 1 day. There was a 61, a 63, 3 64s, and a 65. I was like, I may be a little outgunned here, babe.
Is this an easy course? Or?
It wasn't hard.
Yeah.
The greens were really slow, and it was pretty forgiving and open off the tee. So if you were driving it, it was long, though. It was 7,200 yards. So if you were driving it straight, you'd have a lot of short irons and short wedges in your hand. If you weren't driving it straight, like I was doing, you'd have some numbers. But anyway, so I'll give you a hint of how the week went. I shoot even par on the front 9 the first day, first round. I started both days 2 under through 2.
Ooh.
And so I actually chipped in on number 1 after blading a 65-yard shot over the green. But anyway, so I turned on the first day at even par. And Blue Golf, professional golf app, to keep your live scoring, for some reason after you finish 9 it would show you the 9-hole leaderboard, what everybody did on the front, or show you the leaderboard of where everybody's at. And I was in the last group, so we were the last ones to come through number 9. I was even par and I was beating one person out of 24. I was tied 21st out of 24.
Was these one of those Maddox moments where you're like, I'm gonna walk off?
Par. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, well, I feel like I'm playing pretty good.
Yeah.
I definitely could have shot 3 or 4 under on that side. I messed up and made 2 bogeys coming in.
Missed a couple putts. Missed
a couple greens, didn't get up and down. There was one hole that was number 7 was my arch nemesis all week. I bogeyed it both days. But and that just puts it in your head you've got to go low.
Yeah.
You've got to put your foot on the gas. And I went double bogey, bogey, bogey.
The
first
one up. After seeing the leaderboard, that's what you did?
After seeing the leaderboard, yeah. So I immediately duck hooked a drive into a hazard on 10. The only drive I missed left all week. Like I told you, I want to have one way. I want to have one way. I know I'm not going to go. So got quick, got flippy, left, and hit the next hole 3-putt for bogey. No, excuse me. The next one was a drivable par 4. It was 262 yards to clear the water. And I hadn't played the course yet, so I asked my buddy that I was playing with, Trey, real nice guy, shot 63 the first day. And I was like, yo, what's the cover? And he was like, it's 265, but what you don't want to do is high flare it right. After watching me high flare a lot of drives all day, he goes, what you don't want to do is high flare it right because this is 295 cover to the right corner of the water. And I was like, okay. High flare, right in the water. Re-teed it, hit it 20 yards from the green, and saved a bogey. And then I hit the next par 3 and 3-putted for bogey. So, at that case or at that time when you go 4, you're even. Now you're 4 over, and now you're 15 back, and the first round isn't even done. You're just whatever.
How many of these do you play in those kind of tournaments?
I try to play in one every couple months just to keep my competitiveness up. It's also for the fact that when I start playing and when I get back to playing on the PGA Assistants Division in Georgia, I'm not intimidated because all those guys are working 60 hours a week just just like I am.
Yeah.
All these cats all they're doing is playing golf, playing
all day.
professional golf all day.
So these are guys the guys like in Nashville, guys trying to go to the Corn Ferry.
Or already have been. So the guy that won, he's been playing professional golf since 2009. He's already been on Corn Ferry, PGA, Latin America, Canada, and DP World Tour.
He's tried them all.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing around. Trey, one of the guys I played with that shot 63, he said he had he gets to go straight into second stage of Q School this year because of how well he did on Latin America this year. There was another cat in the field that played on Corn Ferry all year. So I mean some of these guys are a lot older that have already done it, and they're just out there for a quick couple grand.
When you talk about golf like this, I guess I never understood it, but is it harder, you think, than like trying to work your way up through the minor league baseball system, or is it similar?
It's very similar, except you're in control of your future, not a GM or a coach somewhere, which is cool. The problem with it is it's not nearly as organized. So there's a lot of mini tours around, and you never know what you're going to get. Like those top 10s and top 5s I have, I'm not going to say it was a weak field, but I did that by shooting even par. Like I've never broke par in a competitive tournament round, like a professional tournament round.
Really? Okay.
Granted, this was like my 7th event that I just played in, and most of them, this was my first 2-day event. Most of them have just been 1-day events. But you never know what you're going to get. You might get paired with somebody like that I was paired with that's been out there a long time. You might get paired with the Dick Sporting Goods Pro.
That's who I need to get paired with.
You never know. You never know. But it's just fun. It gets, like I said, I've been an athlete my entire life, and so I just like to compete. I like to get out there. And there's something about standing on the first hole with some jitters, knowing that you can't just pick up at double bogey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was me. But you can't just pick up your ball when you reach 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to finish
You're
it.
out there until that ball goes in the hole, and there's something different about that.
What's in your bag?
Callaway. I'm on professional staff with Callaway.
Ooh.
So
Bro, did you hear that? Exclusively.
exclusively
What,
Callaway.
What ball? The triple
I
track?
play the Chrome Soft X LS, so the low spin version, and I'll play the triple track or whatever he could give me. To be honest with you,
Let me ask this, and I can cut this out if I need to. Would you play Callaway if you weren't? Is that what your club is?
I love all the clubs.
Okay.
I wouldn't play the ball, and they know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want me to be honest with you, John Rahm's playing the ball because John Rahm gets paid to play the ball.
Yeah.
Everyone on the PGA Tour that's not playing a Titleist Pro V1 or Pro V1X would play the Titleist Pro V1 or Pro V1X.
Or a Vice Pro Plus, Colorado.
Plus, we up here.
if they weren't getting paid by somebody else
Yeah.
to play. Now I'm not getting paid, but I don't have to buy clubs. They give me a set of clubs a year. Basically, the way my deal works is if I want to upgrade my driver, I send back my old driver. They give me the new one.
Dang.
If I want to upgrade my irons, I give my irons back. They give me new irons.
that's
and then they
nice.
sell my stuff on Callaway Pre-Owned. That's
Gotcha.
what they do.
Because it's in so much better shape than our stuff.
No. I mean, they do the same
It's in
thing.
so much better shape.
If you trade in your clubs, through Callaway Pre-Owned, or if you trade them in, like Callaway has a buyback program. So like you have Callaway's Rogue Driver from 2018, you want to upgrade to Callaway's Rogue Driver of this year, they'll give you $100 or whatever. You send it into them. They sell it on Pre-Owned, and then they'll give you the new one.
That's wild. I feel like there's so many levels. We're just out here playing on weekends.
We're trying to figure it out.
And then you got like this whole mindset in tournaments. I could sit here and talk for like 3 hours on this stuff. I just ask questions. So I want to get into this part because Maddox said ask it. It's in the notes, and you said ask it. What's the story of the used car salesman beating you?
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. We gotta talk about the Facebook page.
Okay.
First, so
The Club Junkie?
Club Junkie. So when I
That
was
was the next
19, I was on this page called Golf Club Traders on Facebook, and it's the biggest one on Facebook. They're up to like 150,000.
I'm in it.
But
You're in it?
this
I'm in
one, this like that page specifically, when it was growing, they weren't letting people like you guys advertise on their page. They were about to start charging people.
Oh my god! So
And they
it's
still
eBay,
do. They still
essentially.
do. But they were about to charge like $100 a month for you to advertise to their page. Now it's still a great deal. You get if those people that pay that get to advertise straight to 150,000 golfers
Right.
across the United States and the world. You know, and just through Facebook. So it's a good deal for them. Something about that just didn't set right with 19-year-old Scott. You got to remember this is 8 years ago. This is not. I was not the maturest, but. That just didn't sit right with me and some of my friends. So we branched off and started Club Junkies, where we told them, hey, y'all can come advertise here. You're small companies. You shouldn't have to be like pay to advertise on Facebook. Facebook's free.
Right.
So we started it, grew to like, I don't know, over 3 pages. So that we have 3 pages. We have Club Junkie Discussions, which is like just all things golf, and that's where you can advertise and stuff. We have Marketplace, where you can buy and sell trade clubs, whatever golf-related product you have. And then we have Club Junkie Games, and that's the one that Facebook doesn't really know about, so we have to name it CJG. It's like a raffle page. But anyways, so there was an issue with this guy. His name was he's a car salesman from Alabama, and there was this old guy. And
name of the car dealership? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Foster?
I
Your partner?
think it's in Tuscaloosa. But,
okay.
There was this old guy that was very annoying and on the page, and we just messaged him. We were like, hey, like, can you just like limit your post like one a week? Like, you're blowing up the page and like you're causing drama, and like we just didn't want that. So this guy went to this car dealer, this dealer, whatever, and he starts blasting the page with, "I'll play you for the page.
Pink slips.
I'm a 2 handicap, blah blah blah." Well, the problem is I just ignored it for the first couple of weeks. But then it just started growing and growing, and people were calling me names for not playing. I'm supposed to be this club pro. I'm scared to go play a used car dealer, whatever. So looking back on it, I should have never done it. I should have never agreed to it because there was no way for me to win.
Right.
If I won, I was supposed to win because I'm a club pro, and he's just a used car dealer with a 3 handicap or 2 handicap. Let me tell you this: he was the best 2 handicap I've ever met in my life. But so it just was one of those things where I couldn't win. If I lost, I was the clown that lost to the car dealer. And so I actually took Maddox with me. Maddox was there as my caddy that day.
No,
this dude shows up with an entourage.
Oh,
I'm talking like 15 to 20 people deep.
So it wasn't a friendly what's up on the
No,
court.
God, no. So here was the bet. The bet was if I won, I got $500. If he won, he got to be an admin on the page.
For how long? Is he still admin right now?
We said a 6 month, like if after 6 months, if he didn't like cause any trouble, like or whatever, like we would make him an admin forever or whatever. But so,
wait, why? Real quick, why would he want to be an admin on a page y'all created so
I have no idea.
Okay.
That we never really understood that, but it came obvious after that. So I'll get there.
Okay.
So we play at Silver Lakes up in Gaston, Alabama. Robert Trent.
It's tough.
Who picked the course?
It was just kind of mutual.
Okay.
I knew the head pro, so I could get us on. It was a 2-hour drive from him from Tuscaloosa, or an hour and a half drive from him. It was about an hour and a half for me. It was just kind of like meet in the middle type spot. Here's the other thing. We had 1,500 people watching it live on Facebook.
Oh, no.
So we had 5 or 6 people filming it live. And I have never played in front of people like that before. So like I was
in front of
definitely
the camera.
nervous.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all know that. But at least when y'all play, like it's not like live.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all, like I know y'all wouldn't like edit out your stuff because y'all are just But like
they see it all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So people are giving you hate comments the whole time. My phone's blowing up. My phone's just in my bag. Like I'm not even like listening for it or like watching it or anything. So the first thing that happened was it was wet. So he did not hit the ball very far, and he wanted to move up on the tee. And like a dummy, I let him do that. So we, instead of playing the agreed on 6,600, we played 5,900.
Oh, God.
Ooh,
That's a big difference.
Yeah. So it was wet, and that just did not fit me because now I can't hit driver at all.
Too close.
I was hitting like where I would be hitting the drives into would just be hazards, and the fairways were ending at 260, 240. You know what I'm saying? It played perfect into his game. He out-mentaled me all day. Like there was. Like he got in my head from the start and never got out of it. Somehow I still took him to an extra hole. I think I shot like 82, 83. I played awful, and I still took him to a 19th hole.
Was it stroke play, match play?
Match play, yeah. So match play. But like I said, I mean, it happened. It is what it is. I lose on 19, so we went back to 1. We played 1 again, which is a par 5. I try to go for it in 2, stick it in a greenside bunker. I believe this was 4 years ago, but stick in a greenside bunker. Maddox and me both thought it was the right play to go for it. Once we got up there, quickly realized it wasn't because the pin was running away from this bunker, and I had about a 35-yard bunker shot. Hit a good bunker shot, hits the top and rolls back in.
No.
He's up there putting for birdie already, so now I have to hold my bunker shot. He's like 6 feet for birdie. Now I have to hold my bunker shot for birdie. Doesn't go in. We shake hands, whatever. Fast forward, he becomes an admin of the page. Fast forward about a month and a half, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And I wake up one day, and none of the original admins, myself included, none of us were.
He removed you?
None of us were admins on the page anymore.
No.
I did make one mistake after the match. Like, I was getting so much hate for that match and, like, how I played and everything. I left the page for a little bit to, like, stop the notifications and, like, stop. And when I did that, I opened up the door for him to steal the page because once
then he's the primary admin.
Well, somebody was, but it wasn't me anymore. So he could kick everybody else off.
No.
So
this just got heartbreaking.
I'm in that group now.
Are you in it?
Club Junkies Discussions, we called it 2.0 for a little while. Now we just took that off. It's back, Club Junkies Discussion. The other page, we reported to Facebook, got it shut down, whatever. So good guys won in the end.
So he's not there no more.
He's not there anymore now. He's still on some pages, though. I'll still occasionally see like a Tuscaloosa number, and I'm like, you son of a... But
so can we blame the caddy for that second shot on that par 5 on 19th hole?
Bad advice.
But he should have laid up.
I mean, I'm not saying I should have laid up, but
just put it on the caddy. Put it on the caddy.
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have had that bunker shot. For sure.
Caddy's fault. That's what I would say.
I'm gonna talk to him.
So yeah, the match was interesting. That was before I had played any professional event or anything like that. I was 22, like just became a pro. Like I became a pro in January. That match was in August.
So how was like the dynamic of when you shook hands at the end? Was he just a jerk the whole time? Did he talk to you?
You would have thought he won the Masters.
Oh really?
He was that was like 15 people. They were like came up and were like jumping and like
chest bump.
I thought they were gonna like dogpile on the green. Like it was asinine.
Were there any mental like getting over a putt and then all of a sudden he's like, that's good, like just to try to mess with you, like any?
Yeah, there was some gamesmanship. He made me putt a couple really short ones that I would not have made him putt. Like I'm talking about like 6 inches, and I'm just like, what are we doing? And then so I would play a little gamesmanship with him, where in the first couple holes I gave him some 3-footers, and I made him putt them at the end, and he actually missed a couple coming down the stretch where he could have beat me and not gone to that extra hole. Like I remember he missed one on 18. It was like 4 feet for par, and I made par. But if we tied, like. He would have won. I was dormied, and he missed like a 4-footer, just like shaky hands. So, I mean, he was a good player. He probably shot, if we were both playing stroke play on our home ball, he would have probably shot 77, 78. So he was a good 2. I mean, 2-3 handicap.
I couldn't imagine that high of stakes playing.
No. I hate when we play for $20.
Well, this is stressful. Just those shaking.
Yeah, I mean,
start shaking over the putt.
And we don't ever play match plays. So everything's
you can feel your heart racing through your hands. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do.
It wasn't the money. It wasn't the whole admin thing or anything like that. It was simply the fact that all those people were watching me.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing, because I didn't want to feel like a fraud to them. Like I started that page.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just all those people watching. I think it was the biggest thing that got in my head.
And then that page is RIP'd now.
RIP.
Yeah, and we're actually bigger than we were then.
So make sure you join Club Junkies.
Club Junkies, yep.
On Facebook, they just search Club Junkies.
Yep, and
That's
we're the
it.
first one that'll pop up. Yep.
What about the CSJ? They join that one?
Yeah, CJG.
CJG.
Club Junkie Games is what it stands for. If you want to win some really cool stuff for like 10% of the price, you can go to there.
I'm gonna have to get on that one.
Yeah, I mean it's gambling, so you gamble, play responsibly.
Yeah,
That's
I
where
love to gamble.
y'all have like you pay like $40 for like 10 dozen balls or whatever.
Yeah, so say you have a Scotty camera and you want to sell, it's worth $400. You could run a game 10 spots at $40 a spot, and so 10 people Venmo or PayPal you $40. So you collect 400. You run a video on random.org. Say you have spot number 4, you have spot number 5. Say spot 4 wins, then you win that play for $40.
I've been in a couple of those.
They're dangerous, man.
You put down some money?
Never won the balls.
Really?
Yeah, never.
They're dangerous. I've won a couple tour putters and stuff that I quickly sold.
Just turned it around.
Yeah, just fun fact: $2,000 putters don't help you putt any better.
$2,000. What was it?
Scotty Cameron, like a Circle T and a Betnardi tour and stuff like that.
So you don't play Scotties though, because you're Callaway.
No, I got my fair share of Scotties.
What's in your bag putter wise?
Right now, it's an Odyssey number 7
Okay.
with the plumber's neck. But I also have a Tour Bettinardi that I putt with. My deal is a 13 club deal. I'm supposed to have an Odyssey putter in the bag, but unless I'm playing an event, they're not going to come. Like,
Yeah. So what club are you don't have if it's a 13 club?
all of mine right now are Callaway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
All of mine right now. I'm saying like they'll allow you to
Change a putter or a driver.
we're supposed to play the driver and the putter. They'll let us change anything else. We can have an
Gotcha.
extra wedge. We can have like most people like only like one hybrid. Like even tour pros, they'll have like a hybrid from like 2007. So a lot of times it's hybrid or a driving iron or something that they might not have.
How often are they checking though? If they say you're supposed to game with,
They check once a year
when they come down?
at the no, not even that. They'll check at the Pro down in December, which is the biggest tournament for the Georgia section where everybody's down there. The Callaway rep will kind of
peek in the bags,
peek in the
make
bags.
sure you're in good standings.
Yeah, make sure you're abiding.
Anyways, we have a real drop zone question today. We'll get into you want to do that, Nat?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about our match with him before?
Yeah, we talked a little bit at the beginning, but we can set it up.
Yeah, let's set that and then we'll do the drop
Okay,
zone.
so like we said earlier, we're doing the 4v1 scramble. It's going to be a new series on the page. Worked on the graphic today, getting it ready.
Looking good.
We'll show that to you in a minute. So, like you said, a major foreplay basically.
Yeah.
The only ones we can think of that do this on
that
YouTube.
challenge someone real good.
So you got good. Do you watch a lot of YouTube golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched some good, not much, but and then I watched the foreplay guys.
Yeah, love
Big
foreplay
fan of
guys. Me too.
Love the 4v1
Yeah.
they do.
I love that. Good. They have their little challenge videos. I don't take us as much of a challenge YouTube channel. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Me neither. I don't want to waste.
I think that's more for like the teenagers and
Yeah.
So I like to just go out there and do the match. So we'll do the 4v1s. And so we're taking out. I say we're taking now. We're playing Maddox.
Good luck.
We're playing Maddox.
Are we playing at point?
Playing at point.
Playing at point.
18
It's like
hole.
Liam Neeson and
Yeah.
He's like, good luck.
I saw him. So last Friday, when me and Brady played the point golfer and the employee, I saw Maddox and I was talking to him, and he said, "I'm getting ready for y'all, just so you know." And I was like, "What? Are you practicing?"
He was grinding, man. He was playing. He was talking to me today. He was like, "Yeah, I actually hit balls in practice the other day." I was like, "For the match," and he was like, "Yeah, for the match."
No.
But that's what we want. We want people
Yeah.
to be excited to play
Well,
us.
at first we were talking about a 9-hole match, and then he told Zach, he said, "No, I want 18."
He said a lot can happen in 18 that don't happen
Oh,
in 9.
True.
So no, it'll be good. This will be a great series where we don't play scrubs. I'm excited for the.
You talking about ourselves?
Yeah, and I'm ready for the video me and Brady played last week to come out because I'm titling it. We played a college golfer, and I'll do something like Pro Shot Pro, but I can't put out what happened in the video. But I was talking to him about it before.
Yeah.
And as soon as I talked to him, he's like, "Oh yeah." So we're gonna play Maddox, and then the next week we're taking a drive up to
Noonan
Country Club.
Let's go.
And we're going to see our boy Scott, and we're just going to go at it. We're going to take him down because he's playing with bad golfers like us.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna play worse.
bad.
And
Oh no, I'll be focused that day, boys. I'm
no.
just talking about like on a normal Wednesday. They're like, "Yeah, come on, come out of the shop." come play with us."
we have on the new white and black Air Maxes.
Oh,
some on the IG story.
Those are just maybe too clean right now. Once they get a little dirtier, I'll wear them on
pull
the
them
golf
out.
course.
Oh, they're not good for the
He's a big
camera.
primo joggers guy.
Yeah. So the ones I'm wearing right now are Grayson's. I actually have the Primo code. Like they gave me one to like use.
Do you like them?
I don't have a pair. I never bought them. I was like,
I just got my first pair last week. I got them in. I haven't worn them yet, but I put them on just to try them on. And I'm like, I could wear these like just going to the airport or something.
yeah, for sure. So the ones I've been wearing right now are the Grayson, like the OGs in the game.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely probably gonna grab a couple Primos and start repping them.
You know he's professional. And I'm watching his videos on Instagram. He's got the sleeves on when he golfs.
Yeah,
He takes it to-
I rock the sleeves.
I like it. I like
got
it.
the knee sleeves next.
Well,
Like a
I've seen a lot of club pros,
Mm-hmm.
that have had sun related issues
From being out there so much.
out there so much. And now that I teach 20 hours a week, there's a couple factors to the sleeves. But
Yeah.
I put sunscreen on. Just make sure that I put
Speaking
sunscreen
of
on.
which, I got about some of the can. So I hate putting on. I got like the sun bum. You squirt in your hand. And I hate it. I feel so greasy.
It makes my hands where I feel like I'm there to slip off the club.
Do you catch a lot of, not hate, but from other pros that are older when they see you come out with the Air Maxes, the joggers?
Man, I'll tell you what. So it was actually funny. So last winter, when I first got the job at Noonan and even at White Oak, I would rock like just like Lululemon joggers that didn't have belt loops, but I would be wearing like a jacket on top so you couldn't see. And I never got a single comment. Now that I have like the expensive Grayson joggers, I think it's because they have that like big thing at the bottom, like the big taper at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about? So I get stuff all the time, mostly from the members, not really from like the other pros.
Giving you comments.
The members like, "Do you wear your pajamas to work?" I'm like, "They're as comfy as my pajamas. Don't you worry."
I like the new style. I like where golf's heading.
Yeah,
Me
I mean,
too.
if you try on regular golf pants, they are so hot.
And
Like,
baggy.
even
I'm not a
FootJoys-
baggy kind of guy.
Even FootJoys, like the pants they wear on the PGA Tour, like they are so thick and they are so hot. And I'm out there teaching 10 hours a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
They make me wear pants. I'm not gonna go out there and have to wear pants and be uncomfortable.
You have to wear pants?
Yeah, as a club pro.
So now Live Golf is shorts.
Yeah.
So if y'all went under Live, you could be.
Well, the thing is, even like practice rounds for like the PGA Tour and stuff, and even like in the Georgia section, you can wear shorts now. But it's a member rule.
Oh, okay.
Our club pros teach, and when we play, I have to be in pants. Like I can't.
We got to wear pants when we
No,
play.
not y'all. No, just me.
I'm showing up in my joggers.
I got the
Just
all
me.
whites.
And I just bought the
Love it.
FootJoy Classics. I'm keeping them in the box for Maddox. I'm gonna clean them, put them back in the box, pull them out for Scott. That's the only time, and I'm
Love
taking
it.
them to
Let's go.
Texas. But I'm not pulling them out. I'm not wearing them at point unless it's a match.
Tell me about this Texas thing. Y'all are going to play in Good Goods tournament.
Busted Jack.
Busted Jack's tournament.
Good
Nice.
should be there.
Hoping.
Micah's gonna be there.
Nice.
I'd
You
bet
think so?
money. Yeah.
So-
I like Busted Jack golf too.
Yeah, Tig has gotten real close with Busted Jack.
Cool.
And they said in an interview that they're actually going to play in their own tournament. So they're having to get 2 other people because it's a 4-man. And they told the guy, they said, if we can get the 2 people that we want, it's going to be a very entertaining and funny team. So I'm thinking, because they've done some stuff with Bob and Joey, they're going to get Bob Does Sports and Joey go cold cuts.
I think
That's
they go
hilarious.
I think they go for a better team.
Like Tig
talent-wise.
and somebody?
Yeah, like Tig or Grant.
They said it's a bunch. There will be a lot of creators there.
Or Del
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good opportunity for y'all too.
Yeah,
Rocking
big-
new
that's what
hats
we
and-
figured.
It's more networking instead of trying to win a tournament,
Because
which
there's
we
only
want.
so many people we can meet from
Yeah.
LaGrange to Auburn.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
if we go to Dallas, where we'll be on their page at some point for whether it's Good or Micah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micah's got like 160,000 followers.
And if we
now.
can even get clips of them on our page.
Bro,
Yeah.
y'all should make something like that you have right there made and put it like on the front of the golf cart.
Oh, it's right
So like
with it?
when they
Oh,
put you on the
yeah.
video,
Have the code.
like even if it's just like when y'all are taking off and shotgunning onto the golf course, like they'll probably do like a film of like everybody going.
and just have it
like
shooting.
just have like I'm not saying like for Proud 90, I'm saying like be still golf.
Yeah, and have it. That'd be
Yeah.
smart.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
2 logos.
Yeah, have the promo going.
For sure.
2 logos.
for
We
sure.
got the old club logo on the t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Our shirts and stuff. But, yeah, we're excited about the Texas trip. It's going to be big for us. We'll hopefully get another.
Some people are downplaying it, but we're excited.
Dude, I'm pumped for y'all.
Yeah, our
to
goal is a
get-
live leaderboard. We're just trying not to be last.
See, that was my goal last week at the mini tour.
Just not be last.
I came in 23rd. out of
Okay, we'll
24.
see. That's where we're trying
They
to be.
started
Shooting
talking about it.
77.
And I was like, I can't go. That's Dallas. That's
Yeah.
too far. And then 3 of the guys jumped on board. Jeremy, Mitch, and
Yeah.
I guess Brady was on board.
Yeah, Mitch, we didn't know if he was real.
Yeah, we didn't know if he was real. And then we were like, what if we just take 2 teams? And then everybody paid for the flight.
Love it.
Everybody's paid for like rental cars.
So good.
Everything's booked now. We're just waiting on the flight. It's like 38 days out.
And we're going. So hopefully by then we'll be 2-0 in the 4-man versus series.
That's the goal.
Some momentum heading into it.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of practice playing as a 4-man scramble. We should be able to beat them. But I don't know. Are we gonna be able to shoot under par? We'd have to shoot under par to beat him at his course.
I think we can.
From
we
7,000?
We haven't been even yet.
What did we shoot at Callaway from like 7,000
That's,
yards?
that's right at 7. We were what, 5 under?
Oh, were we?
We were close.
Oh, well,
we
Scott, we
weren't
may.
at par.
Yeah.
We need
I
to put
mean,
something. We need to put.
I was actually telling Maddox that today. I was like, I mean, they may think like I can go stupid low, like Maddox can at point, but like breaking par at Noonan is.
Yeah, you may lock into something.
I mean, breaking par at Noonan is tough.
You should
man.
bring Maddox
It's
as your
not
caddy
easy.
and vice versa.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
And just bring him on out.
And then
No,
we'll
the last
talk-
time
then we'll
Maddox,
talk about
the last
whole
time
18.
Maddox caddied
He
for me,
cost
it
you.
wasn't too good.
That's all we
Cost
need.
Hey, if we win, we should get to be admins on the newbie.
Yes.
Club
Negative.
Junkie.
Negative.
We needed some kind of
Leave
wager
the
going.
page for a week in this BSG Junkies.
Oh boy, and we just kick him out.
But yeah, y'all are feel free to advertise and stuff on the page too.
Oh yeah, cool.
yeah,
I need to go join it.
Yeah, for
I need to get on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until So that time that your club's list, and I was like, dang, you thought about this. You said I have a Club Junkies page for a reason. On the page. So I'm gonna go check it out. Make sure you check out Club Junkies. Jump in. We'll get into the drop zone question, and then
I'm ready. Yeah.
Well, that one's going to be wet. Welcome to the drop zone.
We want Bob Does Sports to do that.
But it's like $60.
No, I think it's like 100.
Oh, to get him to say that.
Yeah.
So for now, my voice is going to work.
Yeah.
So this one, we actually have one from Daniel Street.
Yeah, one of our big supporters.
Yeah, he says, should coolers be allowed on the course when the beverage cart isn't running? This is what he asked. So your private club.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of got rules on that, don't you?
Yeah. The problem with our private club is the members and the board make the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So, not everybody follows those rules, but I 100% think they should.
Do y'all's
be allowed.
carts have the coolers like Callaway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a perfect world, y'all's course, they want you to buy the ice from the course, get the drinks from the course, and just use that?
Yeah, I mean, we don't charge for ice, but yeah. Buy the drinks at the club, and,
Y'all have a marshal? Oh, well, we about to go get on the country club.
My course is a little bit different than what y'all are used to, I think. I mean, we do about 13,000 rounds, have like 200 members. It's pretty private.
When I think of Noonan, I think of when I played, like I was talking to you before about
Canongate.
In the club court world.
Yeah, and the guys on the first tee checking my receipt.
Yeah.
Who are you here with? Oh, I'm here with Michael Thompson. He's a member. What's his member number?
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference is like, where I'm at now is a true equity private club. Like less than 250 members or memberships. We don't have a starter. We don't need tee times. You can just kind of walk in and play. Saturdays we'll take tee times. Saturdays and Sundays we take tee times.
What's the monthly if I want to join out there, or is it invite only?
No, you can join. It's $417 a month, but
that's up your price range.
But
right past it.
I will tell you, it's a. I'm not gonna say what the initiation is, but there is an initiation fee.
So I need to be saving up, not just $417, but saving up some cash.
Or you can just go work with him. Close the shop.
I do need a pro shop guy.
Let me tell you, if somebody came in here tomorrow and said, "I'll buy this print shop from you," I'd sell it, and I'd be up there with you in a heartbeat.
But yeah, back to the drop zone question.
Cooler.
I definitely think the coolers should be allowed if there's no bev cart.
Agreed.
Y'all have
Sure.
a bev cart?
We run one Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he or she pretty consistent on making the rounds? Because Callaway has one, but she'll show up on one and you'll never see her again.
Yeah, no, I mean ours is, like I said, it's not crowded enough where they like get bogged down or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We had that in my past life. We'd have one beverage cart for 2 courses, so it would take her 4 hours to get.
Back
if
to
she
somebody.
started on the front nine of Old Course or Seminole, it would take her a few hours to get back to that same side. But yeah, no, at Noonan, she comes around probably once every 45 minutes or so.
I think point, they don't care.
Yeah, point don't
Yeah.
care.
You just throw a big old. I've seen people out there with like not this big coolers, but the big ones, and they're splitting them in the thing
Look, you could do some hooks.
Just
some
tie it
toe
up.
hooks on the back and let it roll.
and just have it. I could be selling out of
That's
this.
how they're
Yeah.
picking the range right now. They got it hooked to the back of a golf cart.
Don't talk about our court, the golf club.
Love it.
The home course. You could play. Well, if you want to play it, what is it? 2K that Brady has. He's building
Yeah,
the fields right
yeah,
now.
he's building-
Have you played the fields?
Yes.
Do you like it? Love it.
I actually do. It reminds me of Orchard Hills a little bit, just in the layout. Like I said, I was an Orchard Hills fanatic because you wouldn't lose your golf ball.
Yeah.
Like it
that's
might be in
that's
some
our
taller
big thing.
fescue, but you would not lose your golf ball. And that's why it was just like it was the first course I shot in the 70s on, shot 77. It just was a fun place, and that's how the fields kind of is.
What's that course we played that tournament in? The City Am Tour up there.
Canongate.
Oh, Canongate.
Canongate, yeah.
You like
so that was my sister course. Yeah, I like
Okay.
Canongate. That's where Maddox has been club champion before.
So if we wanted to get out of this area, we've always talked about playing in Peachtree City, Noonan all the time. And we're looking for a public course up there. Where do we need to go?
There's not one.
Okay, never mind.
Unfortunately,
We're not going
Yeah,
there.
they're all Club
Club
Corp
Corp owns the 4 in Peachtree City. Noonan has Summer Grove. If you want to go play Summer Grove, the problem is it's the only public golf course in town, so there's a cajillion people there on Saturdays.
So we just need to keep going south instead of north.
Yeah, I mean Columbus is probably if y'all
Yeah.
play
We like Maple Ridge.
Bull
Minus the
Creek.
cart girls.
Minus the cart girls at Maple Ridge. They are wild. We'll have to
Really?
talk off podcast
They're-
about that. This is a family friendly.
Yeah, their language is not friendly. I guess
Wow.
they're used to dealing with soldiers
Yeah, the military.
Yeah.
all day, but
Getting
it
tips.
Yeah, so I mean, Yeah, public golf's getting fewer and farther between.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I love y'all spot. I think y'all have every resource at point to to get better. Here's what I always try to explain to people, right? They're like, man, I would shoot 125 if I played Augusta National or a super nice golf course. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. And here's why. If you play the right tees, you're never going to get a bad lie.
Yeah.
You're going to have good lies. You're going to have almost preferred lies in a lot of spots. Whereas if you grew up playing a lesser end golf course where you have to learn how to hit down on that ball out of the fairway because it's sitting in some dirt or it's sitting in an unfilled divot or whatnot. Like if you can actually get a lot better playing at a lesser quality course condition wise than you can playing at, you know, a Robert St. Jones or a very pure golf course. Yes, if you tried to tip it out and play where the PGA Tour plays on a lot of these nice courses, but if if you're playing your normal tee box where you're supposed to be playing from, you're gonna not play as bad as you think you are because your lies and your course conditions are gonna be better.
Yeah, I've experienced that because we play point all the time, which is great for the cost.
Right.
But then me and Jeremy played in Panama City Beach at like Bay Head or something.
Bay Point.
That's where I was. And it was so nice.
Yeah, that's where I was coaching that camp.
Oh, man.
And the course was nice, and then it was very similar to when I played in Hawaii. The course, like, all the lies were great. There's no bad lie. I mean, outside the sand, but then the sand's pure as the beach. So you can do a real swing out, and it'll just pop up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, good course conditions make golf easier.
Yeah.
But if you're used to playing in bad conditions and you can play well there, those courses that
so we're gonna thrive Sunday against you.
I mean, the only thing I will say is points fairways look a lot wider than our fairways do.
God.
3-wood it is.
So the time we're playing, is the course gonna be kind of empty?
No, Sundays are busy.
Oh, jeez. I thought it was gonna be kind of relaxed, course to yourself kind of deal.
I mean, that's how Saturday afternoon would be because of college football. But if y'all have to do Sunday, everybody plays on Sundays.
Thanks, Brady.
So
yeah, we'll be good to just come up early, me and Casey ride and fly the holes.
For sure.
And then
So let's go with we'll end with this. Your prediction against Maddox. What's he shooting? What are we shooting as a team? Point. Tips, which is only 63 something.
Yeah.
Not the longest course.
I'm not going to lie to y'all. If Maddox is locked in, he
That's
shot.
what we were worried about.
He shot 65 the other day. So I'm gonna say on camera he's gonna shoot 68.
A lot of chirping.
Yeah, we're gonna have to chirp him.
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna say on camera he's gonna shoot 68. I think y'all can beat him, but he's gonna.
It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
I told him I'm gonna be super intimidated if we get there and we're like, all right, where's Maddox? And we just see him walk into hole one with a caddy. We're like,
carrying his bag.
Yeah, we're like, what's happening?
Are y'all walking?
No.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say what?
No, getting in that car.
We'll walk in the fall once it cools off. So
yeah.
Walking, but just little extra tidbit. Walking is the best way to play golf.
We've done it.
We bought push carts.
You want to get better?
Yeah.
Start walking.
We bought the push carts, and we tried to convince the other guys to walk, and nobody else wants to walk.
But we talked about walking. The game slows down. You feel like the heels.
You have time in between each shot
to reflect
and then think about your next shot before. Like when I play in a cart, like everything just kind of gets fast forwarded like a little bit. I just feel like everything's going faster, and you hop out, get your range, use your 18 birdies app. You're hitting the next shot.
He's a great promo man.
You're hitting the next shot before you even remember what happened off the tee. And walking, everything slows down. It's the way golf was supposed to be played. You just get into a better rhythm for sure.
Have you ever played on a scooter? We played in Montgomery.
No, I want to.
And we didn't film it. But it was so fast. I bet we played 18 holes in 2 hours.
We couldn't film because it's hard. I wouldn't have nowhere to put the camera. But
yeah, that's tough.
The only thing that did suck is everybody hit their ball, so you talk on the tee box, but then everybody got on their motorcycle and just rode.
You're gone.
Yeah, and then you don't see nobody again until you're all putting on the
That's
green.
how it was during COVID when everybody had their own golf carts.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much cheating going on. Like, let me just say, I mean, even from the members,
handicaps went down
at the past job. Like, everyone was playing every day, and also everyone had their own golf cart. So I watched so many people get over there
Move ball.
Nobody's looking like preferred lie or in the rough.
Just
You're
fluff
popping
it up
it
a
up.
little bit.
I watched it so many times just because everybody was riding by themselves. Like there was no
Yeah.
one to call them on it.
Yeah.
So 68 for Maddox. Can we beat a 68? We can beat a 68. It's a
think
par
y'all got that.
71.
Yeah, we'll go
I'm
65.
gonna go prediction BSG dub against Maddox.
I would
on that
love
one.
for it to come down to like 16, 17, 18. I want it to be.
Oh, yeah.
What time is the tee time?
What are we?
We haven't set one.
No, whatever the coach wants.
If it's the afternoon, I might come down.
You need to come.
that'd be
watch.
awesome.
Even
That'd be-
maybe if it's just for the last.
Just,
night.
he needs
I
somebody
get
to
off
ride.
at noon.
He needs
so-
somebody to ride with him.
Yeah.
I get off at noon, so I might take the drive down.
We'll have to see what we got planned with my boy.
Yeah.
See what we can get. That'd be fun. Well, thanks for coming on though.
Yeah, of course.
We'll have to
Appreciate
do.
it.
So we'll do the match against you, but then we'd love to try to get some more videos with you. I'd love to do the one where we just.
Mic you up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Follow you.
that
Fly
sounds
the
awesome.
drone after your shot. Son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome. I
Oh, you
would
forgot
love
a
doing that.
sponsor.
Oh, well, we'll end with it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was looking at him the whole time. If you, I mean, you got the little bit of beard going.
Dude, I can't grow anything.
You got a little bit- you got
Oh,
a
they
little-
do
I might need
have
to try
men's
some of this.
essentials for your hair and your body.
They do. You need to
Yeah.
check out. So they're from Mobile, Alabama. This is Warlord beard oil. They're
Veteran owned and operated.
Veteran. I use the barbershop. That's the one I have right now.
Oh, so good. That Apache.
Is that the one you
I
have?
always hit Joni with the chop.
Chop. Brady, he's got a new style with his hair going now. He's
The pomade.
the pomade in it. So make sure you check him out. Use promo code BSG15. Get 15% off right here.
BeStillGolf.com.
Oh.
Got it all there.
Get the hat, get the shirt, the koozie, the ball marker, the towel. Better get them quick. Shirts are almost out. Hats, there's 15 left, I
I
think.
got that notice today. That
I did too. I got that
so
email.
low.
One of my buddies bought one, and then I got that, and I was like, oh gosh, we're getting love. So check it out, BeStillGolf.com, and new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Got anything?
Peace.
See you.
Love it.